Hello everyone and welcome back for some more Drag Race gossip, secrets and drama. So I'm back for another Roscoe's recap, and this viewing party was for season 18 episode 6, and the guests this week were Ciara Mist and Discord Addams. So today we're going to be talking about an argument between Naysha Lopez and Discord Addams that got deleted from the Roscoe's video but then got leaked on Reddit. Ciara Mist reveals the potential truth about why Kenya Pleaser was not voted in the bottom even though the other queens felt that she should be. And the queens call out Ross Mathews for a quote tone-deaf comment that he made. All that and more coming up in today's video, so let's get started. And if you like these videos, please make sure you hit subscribe to show my channel some love in the algorithm, because it does actually make a bigger difference than you realise. Thank you! So they started out with both Ciara and Discord talking about how funny it is watching the show back and seeing how different the edit can be compared to what happened in real life, because a lot of the interpersonal relationships and storylines get cut out. Naysha said, as we all know, reality TV is not actually reality, but it's still fun. Ciara agreed and said when people ask her to summarise her experience on Drag Race in one word, she always just says fun. Because every day in the workroom was a key, and the season 18 cast really embodies the vibe of being backstage in a green room at a drag show, and Discord said that she gets why people call Drag Race, quote, summer camp. Naysha said she's heard that the season 18 cast is very Kumbaya because they all get on, and Ciara jokingly said, quote, sorry that we're emotionally mature, what do you want? Discord explained that they all genuinely liked each other on the cast, which Ciara said is apparently quite rare for an entire cast to get on that much. They moved on and watched the bit later in the workroom where Ciara was trying to get the others to put Discord in the bottom because Ciara felt like she could beat Discord in a lip sync. Naysha jokingly asked Ciara why she hates Discord and everyone laughed. Discord said that if she were Ciara, she would do the exact same thing and, quote, I can't fault her for having eyes. Ciara added that it's not that she doesn't like Discord, it's just we've all seen Discord's physicality, and Discord said, quote, I'm not in tune with my body. Batty said the others didn't know how Discord walked until they saw it on TV, and Discord joked that she also didn't know how she walked either. They saw the bit later in the episode when Discord was trying to trick Ciara into thinking that she was a fan of Britney Spears, so she said that she knew the lip sync song and said that Ciara was gunning for her. Naysha said she hates it when they do viewing parties and only one of the queens is there to give their side of the story, but in this case both the queens are here. And both Ciara and Discord said they were gagged when they found out they were both booked at Roscoe's together for this episode and joked that it was, quote, messy boots. Discord explained that the show is very stressful, and so she agrees that she is not a dancer, and so if she were Ciara, she would also vote for Discord to be in the bottom, so she can't blame Ciara for gunning for her. Ciara said they don't get to see the confessionals or anything, so if she had seen Discord the week before, quote, talking out of both sides of her mouth, maybe she would have felt a bit differently about it. Discord joked that in her confessional, she said that she would, quote, ream her a new one in reference to lip syncing against Ciara, but Discord said, what does that even mean? But also, that's not true, and joked that, quote, there's no chance of me doing that. Naysha asked when they found out they were both booked at Roscoe's together this week, did they call each other to warn that they may have said some things about each other in the confessionals? But they both said that they had already guessed that was the case. But also, even when the queens are conspiring against each other in the workroom, they're doing it about 3 feet away from each other, so you can hear everything anyway. They asked how they felt about the talent show being mid-season rather than at the beginning, and both Discord and Ciara said it was really hard, and they joked that it was like, quote, psychological warfare, because it made all the queens spiral with their insecurities. Discord said she had a full meltdown in Untucked last week thinking about it, although they didn't show it, because Discord really didn't want to have to rank her sisters, because by this point she really liked everyone, whereas in the first episode you don't really know them as much, so it's easier. Caramel asked which queens had their back, and Ciara said she and Nene Coco are really close and they got on straight away. Discord said although you never really see it on the show, she is really close with Darlene Mitchell and the two of them had an alliance. Ciara also said when they found out they were doing the talent show midway through the season, they thought, quote, oh well, F, Dee, Mandy and Briar I guess, why are they missing out? Naysha then asked how they felt that in this episode, Athena Dion was complaining because the other queens were conspiring, but Naysha pointed out that Athena literally did the same thing last week. Discord said she's obsessed because, quote, Athena is a constant woman in crisis, and everyone laughed. Discord added that Athena is on beta blockers, so she is literally medicated, and can you imagine what she would be like if she was unmedicated? Ciara said that Athena still pays her for weekly therapy and joked that Athena is the sort of person that if the temperature in the room is not quite right, she spirals and says, quote, why are they doing this to me? They moved on, and Naysha brought up the moment when Briar Blush fainted on the main stage 2 episodes ago and asked Ciara and Discord how they felt when that happened. Discord said it happened immediately after Law Roach said that Briar looked like a WWE wrestler. So when Briar fell down, Discord thought at first that Briar was doing a bit and she was tackling Juicy as a joke because Law had said she looked like a wrestler. But then Discord realised it wasn't a joke because Briar stayed down on the ground. Ciara added that she was right next to them on stage so she could see it was real, but some of the other queens were standing further away so they couldn't really see what was going on. They moved on, and Naysha asked the queens how they decided if they wanted to perform in either Group 1 or Group 2 for the talent show, and do they have any regrets watching it back now. Discord revealed that they found out who the guest judges were for the 2 episodes in advance, and she didn't really know or care who Zara Larsson is. But Discord is a huge fan of Amy Taylor from the band Amyl and the Sniffers, and she even has a tattoo of Amy on her leg. So Discord based her decision to perform in Group 2 purely on the fact that she really wanted to perform her punk talent show number in front of Amy because she loves her so much. Also, Discord apparently was one of the only people who knew who Amy was, so she had to inform the others who she is. Ciara said for her, she knew that her talent show was going to be a risk, so she felt that it would be better to go in the first week because then she would be able to strategize better. Although Ciara joked that her strategizing isn't exactly going well because it's no longer a talent show, it's, quote, RuPaul's lying challenge. Discord then brought up the moment when she pretended that she was a huge Britney Spears fan to try and throw Ciara off, and Cara asked if Ciara knew that Discord was lying or not. Ciara explained that at this point, she felt like her, quote, psyche was cracked, so she thought maybe Discord does love Britney. Discord joked that she said it so loudly and was pretending as though she didn't know Ciara could hear, but it was so bad, and everyone laughed. They then watched the runways for this week, and the category was Shake, 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 so an outfit that moves as you move. Naysha said about Ciara's outfit, if she's being honest, this is a bit simple, so she asked if that was Ciara's original look or not. Ciara revealed this was not her actual original outfit for this runway, but because she knew she had to lip sync, she chose to wear something she could move in, and this outfit had fringe on it, so it would somewhat fit the category. Apparently, Darlene actually offered to help Ciara make another outfit overnight, which was really sweet of her. But Ciara had this dance costume with her anyway, which was actually a tribute to her late drag sister because she wore it when she performed with her. And it was also a chance for Ciara to show off her legs because she hadn't shown much of her body so far. I also went to Ciara's Instagram to check, and I saw that she has posted photos of the original look she was planning to wear for this runway, so for those of you interested, here it is. They then watched the talent show numbers, and after they watched Discord's, Naysha asked if Discord really was playing all of those instruments live or not. Discord explained that she was half playing them because of the way the track was. They wanted to make sure they could all hear it on set, so the volume on everything was turned down. But she explained that she wrote the song for each instrument herself and recorded it in a studio, so she did it 100% herself, and a friend of hers built the drum track. Ciara said it was such a catchy song, but she thinks it translated better on TV with the full track, whereas in person it didn't quite sound the same because of the way the levels were balanced, which was unfortunate. They then saw where the judges were giving their critiques to each other, and Discord said she had a question for Ross Mathews if he's watching, which was, what do you mean you wanted more from a rock and roll performance than someone playing 3 instruments in 60 seconds? Naysha then said she wants to say to Ross, quote, F all of the way off, man. Like, seriously, you have someone playing instruments and you're gonna be like, gimme more, come on. They all joked that Discord should have done a death drop or a split and maybe she would have been in the top, and Ciara said that it was a, quote, tone-deaf comment. They then watched the part where Ciara and Mikey lip sync for their life, and Ciara lost, so she got eliminated, and everyone clapped and cheered for Ciara. Naysha asked Ciara what was going through her mind during that lip sync, and how was she feeling. Ciara said she thinks Acacia Forgot is the only other queen on the US franchise that was in a similar situation, that she knew that she was going to lip sync the week before. And that's a double-edged sword, because you can use that time to prepare, but you can also play out all of the outcomes in your head and it can psych you out. But Ciara said she was kind of like the therapist on set to everyone, so she also had to be therapist to herself. And she said a lot of queens on Drag Race go into that sort of situation, pedal to the metal, and then they, quote, come home with a lot of trauma and go silent and have to unpack all of it for a long time. Whereas Ciara felt that regardless of what goes down, she wanted to come home as a, quote, whole person, and everyone cheered for Ciara. She added that she thinks the universe works in mysterious ways, and the night she got eliminated, she found out that her partner had actually been involved in a car accident that night, so she was needed at home. They moved on and asked if they agreed that Mikey Meeks should have been in the bottom 2, and they all said no. Naysha said she thinks that although Kenya Pleaser deserved to be in the bottom, she asked Ciara did she avoid mentioning that to the others to put Kenya in the bottom, because she knew that Kenya is a lip sync assassin, and Ciara did not want to go up against her. Ciara said they did actually have that conversation in Untucked, and she said to the others that if she goes up against Kenya in a lip sync, Kenya will definitely beat her. And so if the others are thinking of doing that, then, quote, what's the point of this conversation? So Ciara thinks the others took that on board and didn't put Kenya in the bottom for that reason, which Ciara appreciated. There was then a VIP question for Discord, which was, because her drag leans more dark and conceptual, did she ever feel pressure to soften her looks for the show? Discord said she doesn't really feel pressure to do anything, but she will say that Michelle told her not to wear as much blush, which Discord thought was weird that she said it to her but not to Athena. But then Discord joked that Michelle obviously saw that Discord has beauty, whereas Athena needs the blush, and people laughed. Discord then said that she wouldn't change any of her runways though. Ciara said, to be fair, if you look at the first few weeks, Discord was very, quote, blushed out, and Discord said when she watched it back on TV, she realised that Michelle has a point, so now her blush is a lot softer. And finally, I saw some tea about this week's Roscoe's outside of Roscoe's, which was to do with an argument between Naysha and Discord that apparently got cut out of the video. So I saw in the Drag Race Reddit, a user named The Winter's Tale posted the footage and gave a brief explanation of what happened. Apparently, this user watched the live Q&A on Roscoe's YouTube channel. What happened was, there was a question from a VIP member in Nigeria about what advice or message would Ciara and Discord send to queer people in their country. Discord apparently said violence against the system is the only answer to change anything. Naysha then disagreed with Discord and said that it was irresponsible of her to say that. This user then rewound the footage and recorded part of it because this portion was apparently cut out of the video. I checked myself and the VIP version of the Roscoe's video does not include this section, so it does seem that this part was indeed cut out when they uploaded it to YouTube afterwards. So here is the footage of the argument that the Reddit user posted. I'm not sure I can play the whole thing due to copyright, so I'll just play a snippet of it, but I will link to the full Reddit post in the description if you want to watch the full thing.
However, I will just say this, because this is serious, because this is the name, and I get it, and I get the passion, because I get up and I want to slap it every now and then. However, combat it with love. I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds stupid. But when you, I know it sounds stupid, but when you combat it with love, it's the only time they're gonna listen. You're not going to. I get it. I get what you're saying, but you can't sit here and go slap a hole and then say, and you're gonna accept me. Yes, I get what you're saying, but baby, to tell someone in Nigeria where they're being killed for who they are, you cannot go kill to kill. You can't. It doesn't work, and I just feel that that's irresponsible.
So I just thought that it was interesting that this portion of the viewing party was cut out from the actual video that was uploaded to YouTube, and they don't seem to have given a reason as to why. But as I always say, please do not send hate to the queens or anyone else involved because we don't actually know what the situation is, so just consume this type of content passively. So there you go, there was the Roscoe's recap for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 6. Did you like the fact that the talent show happened midway through the season, and should they do that for every season? Or do you think it's unfair for the queens who have already been eliminated because they don't get to do the talent show? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to watch my videos before they go on YouTube, as well as see the things that I cut out of my Roscoe's recaps, as well as other exclusive content, please check out my Patreon. It just costs a few dollars a month and it really does help support the channel, and I'll put a link to my Patreon in the description. I'd also like to say thank you so much to all of my amazing Patreon members. I really do pinch myself all the time thinking about how lucky I am to have all of you supporting me, and it really does make a huge difference to the channel, so thank you all so much. Please make sure you like and comment on this video to help boost it in the algorithm and promote it to more people. And please make sure you subscribe. It's free, it only takes 2 seconds, and it really does make a big difference to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the future for some more Drag Race gossip, secrets, and drama. Thank you so much. Bye.